What was your deciding factor on getting sober? Like, what was rock bottom like for you?
You know, it's weird. I didn't have a dramatic rock bottom. I mean, okay, I did, but it was every day. Mm-hmm. You know, it was basically every day I would wake up around 4 or 5 in the afternoon, and my first thought every single time I woke up was disappointment that I hadn't died in my sleep. Because the night before I would like take as many things as I could to try and die while I was asleep. You know, so I'd have like 20 or 25 drinks, $200 or $300 worth of cocaine, whatever drugs were given to me. And then at 9 o'clock in the morning, handfuls of Vicodin and Xanax. And I was like, why won't I die?
Just wake up, you're just like, God damn it.
Yeah, and I would get in the shower at 5 p.m. and just say, fuck. Like, and I was saying fuck, like I felt sick, I was so hungover, but also fuck, why am I still alive? So many people would see that as being an example of unmanageability.
For sure.
Yeah.
But, and also just the hangovers, and again, I don't know your guys' experience, but as I got older, the hangovers were so bad. Like not just feeling sick, but I couldn't string sentences together. I couldn't think straight. I couldn't like, you just felt like your brain and your body had been possessed by just weird chemicals. And so that's why.
I had this thing going on, which I didn't actually, see as a reason to get sober. Like I would get such terrible heartburn. And that it would wake me up. I would be in like so much like pain from the heartburn that it would wake me up. I would go into the bathroom and make myself vomit just all this like horrendous bile and just acid, and then I would be able to go back to sleep. Maybe that's why I have the esophageal condition. But rather than see that as a sign to get sober, I went and talked to JP, our jackass prop master. I was like, man, I got this heartburn. It's like so bad. And JP said, I had heartburn really bad too, and then I quit drinking, and it totally went away.
Yeah.
And I looked at him and said, but what am I gonna do? my drug and alcohol situation got drastically worse, and I was like hearing voices, like watching people walk around who were never there. It was really like heavy psychosis.
I don't want to distract from the story, but was that a result of specific drug? Because I always found PCP.
Oh, dude, I had great ones on PCP.
Like I remember one time in Denver, lying in a hotel room, and there were like 10 people standing around my bed, and I was like, I don't know if they're real or not. And I would close my eyes, like 10 minutes later, open my eyes, like those same people are standing around my bed, and it's like, oh yeah, this is angel dust.
Same people showed up every time.
In that one night, yeah, like there was this group of 10 people standing around the bed, and like, so it wasn't like a shifting hallucination where it was like, oh, it's my grandmother, and now she's a donkey. It was like, oh, it's just some random guy and 9 other people standing around my bed.
Did you try having conversations with these people you thought
I was a little scared of them, so I was like, and I was also like, I don't know if they're real, so maybe if I ignore them, they'll go away.
Yeah.
And they didn't.
Do you think that like drops, sorry.
No, go for it.
Do you think that like drops the veil of like a dimension so they actually exist in another dimension, or is it just some chemical going off of in your head?
I personally have no idea. The universe is such a complicated place, so it's like it could be some other dimension. It could be, we could be holograms. I don't know the truth of anything. I do know that when I woke up in the morning, they were not there, and there was no evidence that these 10 people had been in my hotel room.
Yeah.
So in our limited reality, they didn't seem to have much of a presence.
Yeah.
What about ketamine for hallucinations?
Ketamine is pharmaceutical PCP.
Yeah. I only ever did ketamine in conjunction with 20 other things, usually at 5 o'clock in the morning. And so like, I don't even know what I've heard ketamine is a phenomenal antidepressant. Like it's a last stage antidepressant for people with real clinical depression. I've also heard that if you inject it the exact amount for your body weight, it's the most profound psychedelic drug on the planet. This guy, Alexander Shulkin, who was a chemist, wrote about it. But mainly it's a rave drug. You know, people would do it and they'd go into these catatonic K-holes.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah.
That's my favorite place to be.
So, but okay, so we're getting back to Michelle Cho and
right.
not eating mink burgers.
Right. What made me have the most profound hallucinations, tactile, audio, hearing voices, and seeing people. What was days into cocaine benders, binging on cocaine for multiple days while inhaling nitrous oxide.
Oh, nice combo.
To the exclusion of air as much as possible. I would hold in the nitrous. And
nitrous is still one of the greatest drugs. And the fact, it's also, okay, now maybe I shouldn't even say this, but I'm going to, in the interest of full disclosure, and we're only as sick as our secrets, there have been a couple times in sobriety when I've gone to have root canals done and had nitrous, and it's still great. I didn't want to do more. When it was done, I didn't rush out to try and buy more nitrous. But I got to say, even in sobriety, a little nitrous high. Do I need to start counting days again?
That's what you call a free lap.
That's what my sponsor said. That he was like, did you take it as prescribed? I was like, oh, absolutely. He's like, and when it was done, did you run out to buy more?
Yeah.
No, it didn't even cross my mind. He's like, then enjoy it. You had a free lapse.
Yeah,
you get all your dental work done without anything.
I've never had nitrous from the dentist that I'm aware of ever.
But you should with the work.
The amount of shit that I've had in my mouth. Yeah, I have looked forward to general anesthesia in ways that creeped me out that I felt that I needed to speak up about with my home group. Mm-hmm. But in any case, I had wild hallucinations, all kinds of stuff, and I was so fascinated by this phenomena that it was so real, and I do believe that these substances somehow eroded the barriers between dimensions, and sadly opened me up to very low frequency kind of stuff. I mean, there's different ways to kind of open yourself up to higher frequency. Drugs, pretty low frequency. So I had a lot of demon activity going on. And I hallucinated full interventions where 10 people showed up to tell me that they were worried about me, and they were never there.
And you were having conversations with these people.
I was having all kinds of conversations with people and voices and all that. And so I just felt that I was privy to other dimensional entity activity, and so fascinated by it that I just took to the internet and searched spiritual, I just wanted to get some kind of an understanding of what I was privy to. Do you like shopping on Amazon? I do. And good news is, Steve-O's butt wipes for your butthole are available on Amazon. And if you want a real bundle of a deal, you can get Steve-O's hot sauce for your butthole, plus Steve-O's butthole destroyer, and Steve-O's butt wipes for your butthole. It's the butthole bundle, available on Amazon right now. Yeah, dude.